Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name's Jako, and I am an Australian-based cash game semi-professional. I've got up my results on screen here. About 150k US dollars in profit over the last couple of years over a sample of about 500,000 hands. I started as a cash game player about 10 years ago. Um, Sorry, that was as a microstakes ornament player about 10 years ago and spent many years going through playing, 50 cent, $1 tournaments. Always made a consistent profit there, but never really um, spent too much time studying the game. I transitioned to uh, cash game play a couple of years ago, with um, the main benefit being that I could play cash games while still working a full-time job, and cash games are just much more flexible. I started right from the bottom of playing 5NL and grinded up my role on Ignition. The start of this sample actually is probably playing 25NL. I think I lost my previous database of maybe the first 50k, 100k hands. But yeah, you can see obviously grinded my way up, and then over the last year have had some success shot taking sort of at 500, 1k, and 2k as well. Um, you can see also some significant changes in my game, having gone from sort of a standard ABC reg of having a winning blue line, losing red line, to actually making some improvements in my game, becoming much more aggressive as my journey sort of developed, and so now like most of my winnings come from red line play, with ultimately trying to keep the blue line afloat too. So I think of the 150k in earnings, about what 125,000 of that is coming from non-showdown, and the remaining 25,000 coming from showdown winnings, something like that. I'll also just show you sort of progression to. I think this sample starts in August 2021, I think. Yeah, so if we flick through, sorry, maybe August 2022, I think. Um, if perhaps I show you the start of my journey from like August to December, um, and we just filter there. Yeah, so we can see that this is 155,000 hands, and if we filter by stakes, um, most of my profit coming at 1-2. Um, Also, most of my sample here coming at 100 NL of 2 grand, and then also, some really strong win rates at 50 NL and 25 NL. 25 NL, as I said, was pretty much the time of just getting this sample started. So over the back end of 2022, $8,000 dollars in profit. If we then look to 2023, um, and just apply that filter. 2023 had a really good start to the year. Um, Again, if we apply the filter here, oops, sorry, about 14k made at 2.5, another 7k made at 1.2, a little bit at 50 NL, a little bit at 100 NL, as well. And then some shot taking already at 510 and 1020. Got absolutely smoked in the couple of hands that I played of 1020. But yeah, this year was really got off to a heater initially, and then the second half of the year just really couldn't get anything going. Suffered from a lot of like lack of motivation, um, and yeah, so just didn't really get the grind or the volume in. Poker is a pretty tough game. There are many times where you're going to play 100,000 hands and not win anything, and that's sort of the back half of this sample here, where really just couldn't get anything going. And part of that was also like I always um, have always been withdrawing money off poker sites, and like when you go through a what like 20k downswing or whatnot, you then start having to deposit back on sites. And I was ended up like not wanting to deposit, and so playing much smaller stakes. And so I went from like playing 500 1k regularly to like trying to grind it back up at 200. But anyway, still 18k profit on the year. And then if we filter for this year, actually, I can just select this year. Yeah, I've had a massive uptake in win rates this year. I think at the start of the year, really knuckled down and said like, I'm gonna make this happen. And yeah, we can sort of see total profit one. I've um, had really good results, albeit over a small sample, at the 2K NL games at 64,000 profit there. Um, Again, these are all like relatively small samples, but stitch them together, and it's a pretty good sample altogether. Another 40k at 1k NL, and then almost 20,000 at 500 NL. Um, as the main, and actually losing a bit at 200 zoom. It's always much better to lose at the small stakes games, hey? Um, Obviously a tiny sample there, but yeah, over the last 6 months or so, have really put a lot of work in to make sure that I am giving myself the best chance to win at the highest stakes, and so that's resulted in 124,000 US dollars profit in the year to date. Um, so yeah, I'm creating this channel to start posting videos, give you guys some insight into how I think, how I play. If you like the content that I bring here, feel free to let me know, give this a like and share it with your friends. Also, feel free to reach out if you have any comments about hands that come up in the videos that I show. Um, yeah, I'll be posting up some regular live plays, some regular hand history reviews. So yeah, I hope you enjoy my channel. Thank you.